Hello everybody, my name is Davey and welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a little bit short, but I'm just going to quickly recap through everything going on with the Repeat Offenders SMP because there's a new update and it was pretty funny. I've been watching through the 8th video on the official channel and it's kind of just been playing in the background. I've not really been paying that much attention to it at this point because it's kind of just these two talking as they build houses. But there was one bit in one of the segments that caught my ears, and we're going to talk about that in a few seconds. But first of all, let's talk about my previous video, because there's been some mixed opinions on it. I made a video talking about the Repeat Offenders SMP, and basically just saying that the lack of communication made it difficult to collaborate with other content creators on the SMP, which is the point of an SMP, to collaborate with other content creators. Good news, they've actually modified the Discord. There's a ping for when events are going on. There's a whole section for talking about events. It's brilliant. There's great communication. I can't remember the name of the guy who runs the SMP. I never can, and I'm sorry because I'm terrible with names. But you're doing a great job. Well done. 2 thumbs up, you know, all that good stuff. Now, time for the bad news. I got a lot of hate from that video. And to all those haters, I'm just going to say, you know, you're sorry, you're right. And you know what, to show my apologies, I have for you this big old bag of fucks. Yep, just for you. Look at all of these fucks I give. I give so many fucks, and it's all for you. It's all for you. So, you can take your bag of fucks home. There you go. You can take your bag of fucks home. Give it to your body pillow wife, and you can get the double fist twister maneuver on your cock until your mother kicks you out of your basement for being a Discord mod. Now, for all of those people that fucked off out of my chat because they've got their little victory and they can go off and have a wank now, the actual SMP update, let's talk about it briefly. The Repeat Offenders official channel has just uploaded the 8th video on the SMP. I'll link it in the description. There was an event going on couple nights ago. I think it was last night, actually. Yeah, it was last night, but it was just some PvP stuff, and I honestly don't care, so I didn't show up to it. But I know when stuff is going on in the server now. It's amazing. So next time I hear something's going on that I want to show up to, I can show up to it. It's amazing. The whole point of the like this arena battle that they did last night was to basically find who's the best PvPer who's going to be the warden in their prison. Firstly, I already built a prison. It was absolutely wasted and it's absolutely abandoned. Secondly, I live miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. I live about 100,000 blocks away from everybody else on the server. So for me to be the warden is really inconvenient because I'd have to go forwards and back all the time. So there was really no reason for me to join. The only other reason to join would be to either watch to see who's good at PvP or to join in and just say, yep, I beat all of you, but no, I don't want to be the warden. It can go to the second best. And neither of those are very interesting to me. So I didn't show up to the event. Now that we've talked about why I didn't show up to the event, let's talk about what's actually gone on in their new video that they've just posted. Because I thought this was going to be about the event since it's just came out like an hour ago. But surprisingly, it wasn't. It was actually about just the owner of the server building his house, which is kind of cool. And you know what? They do have this big dark stone like Colosseum build, which I'll admit is actually pretty cool. Now, I'll give credit where due. These guys are building cool stuff. I respect it. But here's where the fun begins, okay? In the new video, they announced who the president is, and congratulations, I cannot remember your name for the life of me. Let me go back in the video to see your name, because you know what, I want to respectfully be like, yep, congratulations. I want to be able to actually, like, congratulate you for becoming... Oh yeah, here's your name. So, congratulations to SPINDS for becoming the president. Me and Luke live 100,000 blocks away. We're not interested in any kind of conflict, so do me a favour and don't start one, and I'll continue to love you as the president, yada yada da. I also have no idea, like, if he's president forever, if there's going to be re-elections, like, if he's got a term for how long he can stay. I don't know. I don't even think they know. I think they're kind of just making it up as they go along. It's also really funny to me that there's a prison, because they haven't even established laws yet. So, you know, you can't go to prison for laws that didn't exist at the time of you committing the crime. You know, but they'll probably send you there anyway. Again, it's the broken part of a Minecraft society. And if you are watching this video, then here's a couple notes for you. Okay, you know what? Let me grab a piece of paper, right? And I'm gonna write these down with you. I'm gonna give you 5 notes for how you can make this actually work. Okay. So rule 1, you need to develop laws. And the reason for this is, like I said, you can't punish someone because 3 weeks ago they hid someone's pet, and hiding people's pets has been illegal since last week because they committed the crime before it was officially a crime, so they wouldn't have known it's a crime, and therefore they would have committed it unwillingly, and then it's just not right to put them into a prison. You know, if you go through that, I suppose, yes, you can do that really if you're the guys in charge, but your people aren't going to like you and they're going to revolt because, you know, you keep making stuff up as you go along. Which is why it's nice to have nice rules in the sand, make it clear what you can and can't do. So, rule 1, develop laws. I know the server has rules, but that's kind of just stuff for the whole server. If you've got your own states or whatever you want to call these groups where people are living together, where you're developing these systems of government, you need to develop laws within them. The second piece of advice I can give you is to develop courts. Now, this is not one that many SMPs will do, but the reason for it is so that people can argue. My pen is dying. It's so that people can argue for basically their freedom. And plus, if you just say, right, you did something we don't like and we're just going to throw you straight away, you know, you're going to jail now, people aren't going to like you. And again, they're going to revolt. I apologise for the terrible writing. My handwriting is terrible and my pen is dying. But rule 2, develop courts. By developing courts, you can allow people to express their side of what happened. They can justify their actions, and then you can give more according punishments for what they do. Or, if you figure out that they didn't actually do it, and that it's just been a bit of hearsay, and really it was Bob Milliger over there who hid someone's pet wolf, you're not going to throw away the innocent guy, and then when you bled him out of the prison in 3 weeks' time, he's not going to blow up your house. Yeah, that's something I've seen happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen, so that's why I'm giving some advice. Rule 3. The third piece of advice I can give is to develop a system of patriarchy. Basically, develop a patriotic system where it would act like a police or a military without having to form a police or a military. If you develop a police or a military, people will feel threatened, they'll build up their own weapons, they'll build up their own groups, and they'll retaliate when they feel intimidated. However, if you develop a system where the civilians will fight for their nation, state, country, whatever, should a war start, or people will go to these courts and tell if people have committed crimes, if the people higher in command or higher in the hierarchy don't actually know, then it will reveal them without having to have a police force to reveal them. Because again, if you develop a police force, they can also then be targeted. If you have people acting as a police force or military, they will become the vulnerabilities of your community. However, if everyone is working as each of these roles, then there's no vulnerability because every person in the community becomes equal. That level of equality is both for sustainability, for security, and also it just makes everyone happy. Everyone's happy, the place is safe, it's just a smart way to do it. So, develop... Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with my pen? Develop a system... I need something short. I've ran out of space in the page. Just develop a system. I don't think I need to write it down. You guys need to be writing it down. Develop a system. Develop a system. And what is rule number 4? I think rule number 4 is very important. So important that I'm actually going over it multiple times. Besides from the fact that my pen is dying. I cannot make rule 4 any clearer than that. I am so tired of Minecraft servers where I just try to have a peaceful time. Someone comes along and kills me, or blows up my house, or steals my stuff, and then I have to murder half the server. I'm so tired of doing that. I've done it on so many servers. It makes every server boring, and it just does not make good content. It's not good content, it's not fun to do, it's not practical to do, no one gains anything out of it, and no one enjoys it. So, leave me alone is rule 4. Because I don't want to have to start developing a war by episode 9 of the SMP. So if we can go through this SMP without having to have some kind of huge conflict because someone broke into my house, stole my diamonds, and blew up my basement, I would quite appreciate that. And you know, I think we'll all appreciate it if we can just have these small sets of rules that can actually just be put together to help us sustain as a server. But finally, after that very long, very overdue rant, this is no longer a short video, let's talk about the fun thing. So, SPINDS has been announced as the president, and in this small segment, it's been announced that second place, I can't even remember who fucking got second place. You know what? I'm just gonna put it on screen. I'm gonna let you guys hear it with me. I'm just gonna display capture, game capture. Just... Congratulations, SPINDS. Congratulations, WannaBeZombie, for becoming vice president. Congratulations. Yeah! Oh my god. So, you've heard it yourselves. Dirt Block is the Secretary of State. Right, I do have one thing to point out. This nation, country, whatever it is, everyone lives in one place, so there's one state really. Think of it like America. It's one big country of lots of different states. This country, nation, whatever you want to call it, there's one state where everyone lives in. So, by making the Dirt Block Secretary of State, you've basically gotten the hierarchy. These are the people. Here is Dirt Block. Here is Vice President, and here is President. If there's a President and a Vice President, and there's only one state, then you don't really need a Secretary of State. What they've essentially done is they've given the most useless role of all time to the most useless candidate possible. And you know, I think that's the most fitting thing possible. So congratulations, Dirt Block, on being Secretary of State. But we did it! We rigged an election! Oh, I just realised something so annoying. That whole time where I was talking about how to make a sustainable government, I forgot about a prop that I had sitting around from a Unicorn video. I forgot about this prop. Oh my god. I'm such a goofy goob. I can't believe I forgot about this. I had a whiteboard this whole time. If only I could hide a very important message on this whiteboard about something that I really want my viewers to do to my channel. I don't know, maybe if you hit the like button, you'll be able to see what the message on this whiteboard is. Anyway, that's the end of my video. I'm gonna end this now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.